You wake up at 3:17 a.m. You are wide awake. Your body feels tired, but your mind is alert. You turn and adjust the pillow. You check the clock. Again. In the morning, you tell yourself that this must just be aging. But what if it isn't? What if fragile sleep after 50 isn't just an inconvenience? It might be a signal that something deeper is shifting inside your body. Stay with me. After 50, sleep doesn't simply disappear. It changes. The rhythm that once felt automatic becomes lighter and more delicate. It is more easily disturbed now. Many adults notice more nighttime awakenings or earlier morning waking. They feel they were in bed for 8 hours, but didn't truly rest. This isn't a personal failure. It's how the body changes. Inside your brain, a small region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus acts as your master clock. It coordinates light exposure, hormone release, and body temperature. It also manages the timing of sleep. With age, this clock does not stop working. However, it loses its precision. Two major hormones start shifting out of sync. Melatonin is often called the sleep hormone. After 50, it is released later, and in smaller amounts. This means falling asleep may take longer. Staying asleep becomes more fragile. At the same time, cortisol can begin rising earlier in the morning. Cortisol is the hormone that helps you wake and mobilize energy. If cortisol climbs at 3 or 4 a.m. instead of sunrise, your brain receives a wake-up signal too early. The result is light sleep, fragmented sleep, and early waking. There is also a structural shift in sleep architecture. Deep slow-wave sleep is the most physically restorative stage. This stage tends to decrease gradually with age. REM sleep patterns may also shift. The nervous system becomes more reactive to noise, light, or temperature changes. Stress affects it more easily now. But here is the part that is often missed. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is regulation. While you sleep, your immune system recalibrates. Inflammatory markers are modulated. The brain's lymphatic system clears metabolic waste. Hormones reset in coordinated timing. When sleep becomes fragmented, this nightly repair process becomes incomplete. This is where chronic low-grade inflammation enters the picture. Inflammation is not inherently bad. It is a protective response. But it becomes a silent amplifier of many age-related conditions. Researchers call this inflammaging. Even a few nights of poor sleep can raise inflammatory markers like interleukin-6 and C-reactive protein. These markers are associated with cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline. You won't feel it happening. But biologically, things are shifting. Poor sleep increases sympathetic nervous system activity. This is the fight or flight branch. It raises nighttime cortisol variability. After 50, this matters more because baseline inflammatory tone is already slightly higher. The immune system becomes less efficient at turning off inflammatory responses. The body is more reactive. Consider this pattern. You wake at 3 a.m. several nights a week. You feel wired but tired. You drink more coffee to compensate. You move less because you feel fatigued. You experience subtle brain fog or stiffness in the morning. Each piece alone seems manageable. Together, they form a cycle. Fragmented sleep leads to elevated inflammatory signaling. The good news is that sleep can be retrained. The body may lose precision after 50, but it does not lose adaptability. Start with light, morning light exposure within 30 to 60 minutes. Natural sunlight sends a strong signal to the brain's master clock. Even 10 to 20 minutes outdoors helps. This anchors melatonin release earlier the following night. Next, focus on consistency. Try going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Doing this even on weekends reduces circadian drift. The brain thrives on predictability. Then, protect the final 2 hours before sleep. Dim the lights and lower stimulation. Blue light from screens can suppress melatonin. A simple wind-down ritual signals safety. Regulate your body temperature. Core temperature naturally drops before sleep. A temperature around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal. A warm shower before bed can also help. Address inflammation during the day as well. Regular moderate movement improves glucose regulation. Walking after meals reduces inflammatory signaling. Resistance training preserves muscle mass. Nutrition matters too. Diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids, leafy greens, and berries are helpful. Sleep and inflammation feed into each other. Better sleep reduces inflammatory tone. If you wake at 3 a.m., avoid catastrophic thinking. Lying awake calmly in dim light is better. Practicing slow breathing is far less disruptive than frustration. Inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 6 seconds. This gently activates the parasympathetic system. It lowers sympathetic activation. Magnesium glycinate may support muscle relaxation. But remember, supplements are secondary. It is also important to rule out sleep apnea, strongly linked to elevated inflammation. Remember this: your sleep is not failing. It is signaling. After 50, the body becomes more transparent. Fragile sleep is often an invitation to recalibrate. Inflammation quietly begins to recede. You may not see it, but the shift is measurable. Aging isn't about losing control. It's about needing better calibration. Tonight, when you turn off the light, remember one thing: your brain is preparing for repair. Give it the signals it understands. Over time, fragile sleep can become steady again. Stay with me.